Hello there, welcome into the latest edition of the SAU Men's and Women's Track and Field Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. And coach, going into your second track event of the season, still an indoor one, so you hadn't quite gotten outside for outdoor season, but still being able to compete in indoor track. So let's go ahead and we'll take a step back and talk about the first indoor track event that you had of the season. It's the first track event in a little over 4 years here at Southern Arkansas, where your team went up to Jonesboro and took part in the A-State Invitational up there. Talk a little bit about that, just the environment, getting back out there, and track being brought back to SAU.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Arkansas State has a really nice facility, and we went up there and competed against some really well-known Division I teams, and so it was really nice to get up there and compete and see what the best competition, what it was like to compete against the best competition. So I thought it was a really good first meet, a good motivator for the athletes.
What stood out for you, maybe in terms of individual performances, things that you were expected, and maybe one or two things that you weren't expected out of your athletes?
Well, we had just received a sprinter from the football team, a very good sprinter, Zacharias Ware. And he ran the 55 awful fast. He also ran a really good 200-meter. And one of our freshmen had been improving a lot. His name's Quincy Flowers, and he looked outstanding out there also. Another newcomer, Adrian Thomas, first time throwing the shot in a long time. He's more of a discus guy, and he threw the shot pretty good, and he placed. Along with some great performances by the women, Kenesha Bryant. She ran a great 200, and we had Daisha Pettis. She did really good throwing. She placed in the throws, and then the name that we all know, Carly Langley. She got second place overall in the 5,000 meter, and she looked terrific for her first meet. So I was really proud of her too.
Looking ahead to this upcoming weekend, you guys are getting ready to go to Norman, Oklahoma to take part in the Oklahoma Baptist Invitational. Oklahoma Baptist, the team NAI right now, they're about to transition into Division II in the Great American Conference, and so there'll be the team that you guys will compete against quite a bit, but them serving as the hosts in Norman, so using the University of Oklahoma's facilities. Talk a little bit about that, maybe the atmosphere, knowing that your athletes are going to be competing at a Division I facility.
Well, we're real excited to get to compete at a great facility like University of Oklahoma's, and to see great competition within Division II. So we saw good competition the last time we were out with Division I, and so I'm kind of glad that we're getting back down to the Division II level where we'll be more of a dominant team. Oklahoma Baptist, although they are in NAI right now, are one of the best in the country, and they've been one of the best NAI teams year in, year out. So it's going to be really good to actually get to compete against them and see where we are in comparison to them. And, this will be the first time the two teams meet up for any sport this year, I believe. So I think it's going to be real exciting.
Is there anything in particular, some individual performances that you think going into that maybe we need to be on the lookout for, as maybe some top-notch performances?
Yes. Kenesha Bryant, who we call Tiny, she is outstanding, and I really think that she's going to come out and do a great job this meet. Carly is the top seed in the 5,000 meter, Carly Langley, and so I expect to see good performance from her. Zacharias Ware, he's one of the top seeds in the 60, so I really think that he's going to run a really good 60 meter, and so definitely look out for him. And then Quincy Flowers, I expect him to improve a little bit more.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. He and his track and field squads are traveling again to Norman, Oklahoma to take part in the Oklahoma Baptist Invitational. It will be held at the University of Oklahoma Division I facility. So, Coach, best of luck, and we look forward to recapping it afterwards.
Thank you.